I don't know if anyone heard me. I'm gonna share my screen, and we're gonna start this Texan content. Let me hop into this. I know I was muted for a little bit there, so you didn't hear what I said for a good amount, but I said a lot of really good information. But I'm gonna share. I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen. We're gonna just hop into this. We're gonna see the Texan content. Put me right here. So Houston Texan page, and like I said, I'm here. I'm gonna listen to some interviews. I'm gonna listen to just see the hype around the team real quick. And hey, if you heard that first part, you didn't hear that first part because I was muted, but hey, we gonna hop into this. First and foremost, I just had to get a little hype video for our coach, demeco Ryans. Let me see. Let me just see because this is the man that changed the Texan organization the most. So I just wanted to get a little hype video for it. Yeah, I was muted. I was muted for a good time. Like the first, I say like 20 seconds, I was muted. Am I muted now? Yeah, hopefully not, boy. But let me lock in here. See, this is the man who changed the organization. So let me.
I've said countless times, what I think of demeco as a coach. He's one of the best coaches in the league, and I think he embraces the teaching and the developmental component of coaching, which that's what coaching is. Coaching is teaching. That's what it is. It's teaching, it's developing, it's training, it's evolving, and we have no better example than our head coach.
I'll tell you, honestly, I wanted an offensive coach when the hiring process happened because honestly, I'm good. Okay, yeah, I'm good. We're all good here. Yeah. Okay, good. I wanted an offensive coach at first because everyone gets those those guys, and when you get a young quarterback, you want a guy that you can develop him to be something special. But if he was going to get somebody, it was good to get somebody from San Francisco. And demeco Ryans is honestly, if you look at the head coaching hirings in the past 3 to 5 years, and you can challenge me on this, he probably is the best head coach hiring in the last 3 to 5 years. I think maybe Sean McVay, Kyle Shanahan, those were really good hirings. But if you look, I mean, I know it's only the first year, but he might be up there like top. I mean, hey, if you can think of a coach in the past 3 years, let's say 3 years, you can think of a coach in the past 3 years who's a better hire than demeco Ryans, you need to tell me, bro. Tell me, and we could talk about it, bro. But I'm gonna go here. There's a little, Joe Mixon, Tank Dell. Everyone's talking. I'm gonna look at these interviews a little bit, see what they had to say, and then we're gonna
to this moment, and I feel
see what my
very
man had to say.
confident in, like I said, the role that I will have in this offense, and I'm gonna embrace everything that come with it. Like I said, I did all the work in the off season, and come season, that's when I know it'll pay off.
Can you talk about adjusting to this offensive line?
I think
all of them work differently.
he said. I know. He said that. Looking at let me. So Joe Mixon, he's a guy I feel like gets I won't say underrated, but he isn't talked about a lot because of the fact that we have so many players on the team. I don't know what to expect from Joe Mixon. Joe Mixon said he trained really hard during the this offseason, and he wants to prove to everybody that he's not aged. I don't even know how old he is. I don't know if he's that old. He's a very interesting guy to have on the team because if he gets like 1,000, like I assume he should be a 1,200-yard running back, and if he gets 1,200 rushing yards, then this team is pretty set. I feel like we're at a great spot if he gets a modest 1,300 rushing yards, right? So 12 or 1,300 rushing yards. And there's so much offensive talent on the team that I don't know what this team will be. Like, I don't know if I guess we'll be balanced, but I don't know if it's like more passing, more running. Like, and it's a lot of mouths to feed. And that is something that honestly that is like a problem. It's a good problem though. But it's good to have that type of problem when you have a week, 14 bye week, and then you have Miami, Kansas City, Baltimore. Those are your 3 games right after. That's pretty crazy. That's a pretty tough schedule. So we're going to listen a little bit more of Joe Mixon. I think he tells us about how hard he practiced or how hard he trained this offseason.
Cincinnati is where you are now, trying to read them and on different plays and so forth.
Yeah, I felt like, I think a lot of offenses is kind of similar. The main thing is learning the terminology. That's the biggest thing. And once you learn that, and obviously, what comes with the protections, I think after that, I mean, that's all she wrote. So, I mean, as long as I keep, honing in on the little things and details, I feel like I'll be in great shape.
Joe, CJ said yesterday that this offense can have a five-headed monster with you, Dalton.
Yeah, five-headed monster.
Do you see that? And also, when you look at this team, what's different that stands out compared to Cincinnati?
Yeah, man. I honestly don't think CJ is lying. I mean, I feel like everybody over here agree with that. I think that we have a lot of great talent on this here offense and really on the team. And in terms of the comparing and contrasting, I'm not here to, want to compare my team compared to Cincinnati's, old teams. But
yeah, don't do that.
I've definitely been on a championship team before. And I know what it's like. I know what it takes to get there. And
I know he said championship
like
team. I don't know. He ain't been he went to the Super Bowl, but he didn't.
That I've seen here,
win it.
In a long time. And I honestly feel like the team that we have here, I know that we're ready to, go for that long run, man. But at the end of the day, we just gotta, take it 1 week at a time, 1 day at a time, and everything else will take place.
It's great to hear that. I'm curious to compare that Cincinnati team, who's at the 2021 Bengals, and I wanted that Bengals type of plot. Like Joe Burrow comes his rookie year, and you can tell when Joe Burrow played that he was really good. And after seeing him play, and then his second year, he goes to the Super Bowl and he beats Patrick Mahomes and this and that. And you could see that he had that ability. I'm curious if CJ has that, because I compared CJ to Joe Burrow. I wanted Stroud to be like Joe Burrow. That's what I wanted. That's what I was hoping for. And, he lived up to it. His rookie year, he probably had a better rookie. Joe Burrow got hurt, so he definitely had a better rookie year than Joe Burrow did. So hoping that his second year, he can duplicate Joe Burrow up to the point to where he in the Super Bowl, and then I want him to, take it home and win that thing. But that should be that'll be fun. That'll be fun to see. I'm gonna share something else. Let me. I want to share these quick Tank Dell interviews. Tank Dell is very, very excited about his team. So let me share these.
Like when we run the ball, I don't want to be like, oh, we have to take.
Answer to both sides.
My thing is like I don't want to be off the field.
Yeah.
Like when we run the ball, I don't want to be like, oh, we have to take Tank out. Like I'm not that guy. I want to be on the field at all times. That's how I feel comfortable. That's how I get like warmed up and things like that. And that's how I get like in my bag for real. So I don't really too much like when it's time to block, I'm gonna do my job. Like that specific play. Man, everything happens for a reason. I should say, like,
And it was kind of a freak thing. It came from behind.
Yeah,
right?
it was. He actually like jumped on my leg. It was crazy, but
It ruined my season too. It didn't ruin it, but then he would have been so helpful against Boston.
So,
but part of the argument, not to interrupt, but part of the argument is, oh, he's small. I'm sure you just had it up to here with that.
I really don't too much care about that. I've been small my whole life, and I got to where I am today. And if you think I'm small and I got here off just athleticism, it's nowhere in hell I can get here like that. So it's for sure. I put in a lot of work throughout my life. I can't control the uncontrollables, This genetics, to be honest. My dad, my granddad, like, we're not the biggest guys, but my work ethic through the roof. I'm a playmaker, so I'm going to go out there and do what I got to do every time I'm on the field and just take care of my body. Me being small, man, like this injury right here, I see a lot of people saying, like, he injury prone. Like, I never missed games.
He's not injury prone.
For my whole life. Like, I've been playing football since I was 5 years old. I never missed games until this just happened to me.
Yeah.
So I don't really care what people say. I'm going to keep going out there and proving.
And, man, you keep going out there. You keep proving people wrong. I knew Tank was going to be a great pickup when we drafted him, but I didn't expect him to be as good as he was.
That's for sure. But, man, I feel faster than.
Let me see what he says. He says he feels stronger, faster. Let's see.
Give all the glory to God. Without him, I wouldn't be here. But that's for sure. But, man, I feel faster than I was, stronger, bigger, So I just feel all around I feel good, and I just got to give all the glory to God for that, Just been putting in a lot of work during the off season. Because with high expectations come, I feel like you have to work harder.
Yeah.
Because you got a target on your back, So I just been keeping my head down, trying to get 1%.
I'm sure a lot.
Bro, whoever the cameraman, bro, y'all, yeah. Whoever the cameraman, bro, keep it still. Tank down the Stefon Diggs trade.
reaction to the Stefon Diggs trade. What was that like for you when you found out that news?
I've been had the inside scoop. First off, Diggs is my brother, so we've been chopping it up. Before it even happened, CJ, me and CJ was actually in LA, and we was just talking about it, like, he just asking me questions like how I feel about it. I'm just like, let's do it. Like, it ain't gonna do nothing but make everybody better around us. So, I was ready for it. I didn't really like too much, like, I wasn't scared of it or anything like that. I see people saying like it could hurt me and hurt what I had going on, but I don't feel that because I'm a hard worker, and I feel like the work I put in is gonna show in display. So
yeah, I actually saw something.
Yeah, I mean, if Tank comes in, he says he's bigger, he's stronger. He has a close relationship with Oh, they updated. He has a close relationship with Stefon. Honestly, I think that the sky is the limit for Tank Diggs. I don't know. Like I said, we have the three-headed monster aspect. I can't even describe. I honestly can't describe what that's going to look like. I am excited for it, but let me switch. Yesterday we were talking all about the offense. Let me switch to the defense. I'm actually going to look into the defense, and there is a interview with Danielle Hunter. I also want to pull up as well. If you're on the stream, make sure to like. It's very important to like if you like the stream, or if you just want to talk Texans. Also, feel free to chat as well. No matter what fan base you are, definitely down to chop it up. Like to me, this is all about just chilling, just kind of giving you updates on what happened. It's basically what the team vibe is like, and the vibes are very high. This team has there's a lot of umph to it. From what I've seen on the practices, I see a lot of like juice, and that was really key. What I've wanted was some really good juice, because one thing I loved about San Francisco, and even though they never finished, every time they would come out, they looked like ready to play, and that's what like Bill O'Brien's Texans and the Texans in the past, you just didn't look ready and didn't look prepared, but when you have this version with that extra juice, that extra oomph, that's a team that I think can actually do something. So, but we're going to just watch one more interview. And then what I'm going to do is I wanted to actually see if I could pull this up too. I'm going to watch one more interview, and then I'm going to see what my schedule, like in terms of my record. Because I'm curious to see. I did this last year. I remember I did this last year, and I was basically like, what's our like the simulation, like what is our record going to be. Honestly, I may be the one just to do it. If I can't find that website, I could just look at the schedule and see what games think we're going to win and what games I think we're going to lose. And after that, I'll play a tournament style game where I rank the best quarterbacks in the NFL, and after that we'll call it a stream. But let me go ahead and share my screen one more time for one last. It wasn't a very eventful day when it came to any new type of content. So let me just go ahead and share my screen for this. And let's see what Danielle Hunter had to say. I believe he is next.
Bringing in skill, teaching them like skills and what they need to do in order to bring their game to the next level. I mean, I feel like that's what all playing D-line's all about, bringing a group together. One man don't get a sack by himself. It's four men together rushing the passer.
In the spring, Matt Burke mentioned that the team thought maybe you could be even better from a pass rush standpoint in this style of defense. Do you feel the same way? And what's kind of been your previous experience with any style or any kind of defense like what the Texans are?
I mean, in the past, I came from just a reading defense. They really don't want me to read. They just want me to go here. So,
that's good.
Get at it.
You like that more?
Yeah. I mean, I don't have to think about anything. I just go. And I feel like I've been reading for about 8-9 years, and I feel like they want me to not read and just go.
Just go. Play football. There you go.
I'm thinking about nothing else.
Every defensive lineman want that.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what you want. Playing a defensive end, you just want to go. No reading, none of that. You just go. So.
It's interesting. Like, I remember. I mean, he had good season. I don't know. I guess he was on a reading defense. But just the fact that he's on just a go mindset, like that definitely it's good news. That's good to hear. That's the DeMeco Ryans defense,
Yesterday,
man.
Will was talking about your hand action. He said that you got probably some of the quickest hands, and he's still trying to pick up certain little techniques that what he was doing is almost like jiu-jitsu or hand fighting or karate. What is it? And then you're trying to ingratiate with him about using your hands.
I feel like being a defensive lineman, I feel like that's what it's all about. Your hands, your eyes, and your feet.
Yep.
And if you don't use your hands, you're going to get blocked. So I try to teach them simple things, nothing too crazy.
Teach Will Anderson, bro. Get Will Anderson up on game.
Guy and getting you to
he's a good player, and we want
being
him
able to take his game from here to here.
Yeah, DPOI.
You can't play defensive line without your hands or your eyes. So I'm just teaching them simple stuff. Him and everybody on the D line.
I know you got to for everyone else, but he the guy I need he's the guy, like really ball out. I need y'all to be like Von Miller, DeMarcus Ware type of beat. That's what I need.
I want you to be able to teach him about the mental side of pass rushing coming in the second year.
I mean, the biggest thing is you just got to keep chopping wood. In a season, you'll have 1,000 reps, but you get 10 sacks, that's a great season. So pass rushing and getting a sack, it's not all about getting a sack every game or
that's true. That's
every down. It's like you got to keep working for it. You got to keep chopping wood, and eventually you'll get through. So if you focus on little things, your step, your hands, your eyes, eventually you'll keep building. So.
What do you think that is?
That's a good point. I didn't think of it like that.
Now that your new responsibility is just, hey, we just want you to go and get the quarterback. What does it say about that back end as far as the linebackers and the defensive backs are concerned?
I mean, it all comes hand in hand. Us doing our part, it helps the back end, speeding up the quarterback. And our, defensive line, our job is to affect the quarterback. So we're affecting the quarterback. We'll have him throw a fast pass or something right into our DBs, waiting for him to make a bad throw. So at the end of the day, we all work together. Our job is to affect the quarterback. We mess him up, then DBs will be in the right spot in order for them to make plays.
Coming into training camp, how were you able to block out some of the noise and the expectations that you're hearing from, people saying that you all should AFC Championship, maybe Super Bowl, things like that?
Oh, I deal with that every year, man. It's like expectations and goals. You just got to come in and lock in what we got here every day by day, practice by practice, step by step. What matters is what's going on inside our building. It's never about what's going on in there. So we're all action. We don't really talk about what we're gonna do. Just get in here and just work day in day out.
He be hitting. He like hitting that. He likes hitting that. Right, he likes
like karate with the way you guys use your hands. How much is it those little nuances, everything, those details allow you to be kind of productive pass rusher?
Being a pass rusher, it's all about your angles and your hands, your eyes, your feet. If you don't incorporate those things together, you're gonna get blocked. It's not something that you could.
I found, and so when he had some great points when he said, like if you had 1,000 reps, and then if you get 10 sacks out of 1,000 reps, that's a great season. And I never thought of it like that, but that really is very true. It's almost like sales. If you just keep shooting your shot, you're just in life, right? So yeah, hey, teach him that mental game, because I know I bet Will Anderson, when people he didn't, he wanted more sacks, or if he's not getting enough sacks, he's probably feeling some type of way. But definitely, I'm like, hey, 10 sacks. I'm expecting Will to get. I want to get at least 13. If you get 13 sacks, I think he had 7.5 last year. If he gets 13 sacks next year, I think it's a great season for me. I'll take that. And Daniil, I mean, we paying him good money, so I need 15, 16. Those are the main two pass rushers, and I need them to wreak hell, because you're facing a lot of really good quarterbacks this year. And with all the good quarterback play we're going to be playing, we got to make sure we disrupt that. Like I said, pressure with 4 is my biggest key. If you get pressure with 4, then I think you'll be really good. So, but we gonna do this. Let me do this. Let's play a little something. So I'm gonna share, and let's see what our record is going to be, right? Let me really break down and see the record. So the Houston Texans, these are the teams the Houston Texans play. If you don't know, this is the teams that they play. And it starts with this Colts game, which is right here. It's the first game of the season. I might even see if I can get something even more clean. Let me see if I can get something more clean for y'all. And I want to, because I'm trying to break this down. I want to see. And I've done this a couple of times with other people, but I want to see like for real, if we have a shot of winning. So first game of the season is against Indianapolis. And I'm gonna have to do a counter of this, but this game against Indianapolis, I honestly think, and yesterday, the boy Joshua, he was on here, he's not on here today, but I picked a loss, and the only reason I picked the loss on this day is because I think the Colts, after beating us and or after we beat them in Week 18, I know they're gonna come hungry, and I can feel it. If we could win this game by like 2 or 3, but this is these division games, and they want to prove a point. Last time CJ played, he balled out. So we gonna say 0-1. And then Chicago, I'm gonna say we beat Chicago. I think Caleb Williams and the Bears are a good team, and they could upset us. But I'm gonna say we beat Chicago. Facing the Minnesota Vikings, I think we beat the Vikings. They have was it JJ McCarthy? Yeah, I'm gonna say we 2-1. Jacksonville Jaguars. We at home. I'm gonna say let's get hot. We're gonna be hot here. Let's say we win this one 3-1, make up for the loss we had last year. So I'm gonna say we go 3-1. We face the Buffalo Bills. I have a feeling this can go either way. This is one of the games that can go either way. I have a feeling we beat Buffalo. I really do. I really think we beat the Buffalo Bills. Josh Allen, I don't know his receiving core. Obviously took a hit without Stefon Diggs. So I'm gonna say we beat the Buffalo Bills. And I think so. That's we starting off the season lit. We form one, which is good because we need to be that. Say the Patriots, we go 5-1 at Green Bay. I think we lose that game. I think it's October, so it's not like a cold factor. I think this game honestly could be a later game. I think that's a good matchup. But even though that's the case, I think they got Josh Jacobs now. Jordan Love, he ascended really well at the end of the season, and he's going to continue ascending. So I'm gonna say that the Green Bay Packers beat us. I'm gonna say we go 5-2, which is not a bad record at all. Indianapolis at home, I think we beat them. If they beat us, I think we get that back. So I'm gonna say 6-2 at New York. That's a loss because that that stadium is awful. That stadium, if I would rather forfeit. So we're gonna lose. It'll be 6-3. But I would honestly rather not even show up to that stadium, bro, because the injuries there are crazy. And that's a Monday night football game, I believe. So that's gonna be fun. Yeah. This is Sunday night. We got 2 back-to-back primetime, huh? So 6-3. I'm gonna say we win this. I think we beat Detroit. I'm gonna say we 7-3. Um, Dallas Cowboys, I'm gonna say we beat them too. I know the Cowboy fans gonna be like, what are you talking about? I'm gonna say we beat the Dallas Cowboys. I'm gonna say we 8-3. Beat Tennessee 9-3. At Jacksonville, I think we split with Jacksonville. They're one of the teams that we'd be like 9-3 and they'd be like 7-5. I feel like they'd be on our tail. Right. So I think we'll lose that. And we usually win at Jacksonville. That's the thing. So I think that comes back and I think we lose at Jacksonville. So I think that makes us 9-4. Yeah. Finally get our bye. We had home against Miami. I think Tyreek Hill is a speed demon, but I think we win that 10-5. We face Kansas City Chiefs at Kansas City. It's on NBC. Yeah. That's the game, right? Like that's the first time CJ Stroud would have ever played Patrick Mahomes. And Patrick Mahomes is the king. He has beaten Josh Allen. He beat Lamar Jackson. He's beaten Joe Burrow. I think there's only 2 people in the NFL in the playoffs in the AFC. No, just in the NFL in general that's beaten Patrick Mahomes in the postseason. That's Joe Burrow and that's Tom Brady. So you got to see if CJ Stroud gets added to the list, and just winning a game like this would be very helpful for that. I said we was 10-4. I'm gonna say we lose that. If we lose in the close one, then that's good to see. But I say we lose that. I'm saying we 10-5. Baltimore Ravens. Man, 10-5. Let's say 10-6, and then the Tennessee Titans 11-6. Now, what I would love when in this matchup, the Ravens and Chiefs, that's the creme de la creme. That is the 2 best teams in the conference, been the 2 best teams consistently with the Bills. We're facing all of the 3 best teams in the past 5 years in this conference are the Chiefs, the Ravens, and the Bills. Now you're facing the Chiefs and the Ravens in back to back. Not only that, you're facing them in 4 days, within 4 days of each other. Because I see that's Christmas. So what game? So Christmas, I don't know what. Oh, Christmas is on a Wednesday. So we're playing a Saturday game, playing a Wednesday game. That is very weird. That is a weird schedule because we play Sunday the night. So we play Sunday, then we play 6 days later, then we play 4 days later. So this 3-game stretch, luckily 2 of them are in Houston. That 3-game stretch is tough because the rest you don't get no 7-day rest, not one time in that. So and yeah, when we play this Tennessee game, I guess we play that next. We play that Sunday because if that's on Christmas, then we play. If week 18 is Sunday, that's confusing because week 17. Yeah, I don't know. I guess we're the first game of week 17, and then we get like a very very long break. I'd assume because they're not trying to kill their players, but these two, if you have to be one of them, is what I'm saying. Like to be taken seriously, like okay, you're going to actually make a Super Bowl run. You got to be either the Chiefs or the Ravens. The Ravens are more realistic. The Chiefs, beating them in Kansas City would make me like cloud 9 hype, like I'm smoking something. Like that's and a lot of people beating the Ravens and the Bills have beaten the Chiefs in the regular season and lost to them in the postseason. So that doesn't mean anything for real. But just the fact that you beat the Chiefs and if you beat them, especially in Kansas City, that's a confidence boost that I know in December matters because you want to have that level of confidence going into January. If you beat both of them, then we throwing a party in the city of Houston, bro. We getting lit. But if you beat one, that's great because December, like if you look at this stretch in December, let's see, we face Jacksonville, Miami, Kansas City, and Baltimore, and then Tennessee. We don't know how they're going to be. These are 4 good teams. These aren't like 4 scrubs. You're facing some good football teams, and if you somehow f around and win all 4, then oh my gosh, then we are one of the best teams in history. Like Super Bowl champ, like this could be this is it. This is the team. 2-2 ain't bad in December right now, but one thing that made the Patriots always so good is that when December happened, they locked in and they never lost. They would always like beating the Patriots in December, especially in New England, was deemed impossible. Like I remember back in 2012, Colin Kaepernick and the 49ers did it. And I remember we went the week before on Monday Night Football and got destroyed. They completely obliterated us. It was we're down 28-0 before I blinked. And then the next week on Sunday Night Football, Colin Kaepernick and the 49ers went in and got lit. And when they got lit, blew them. I mean, they didn't blow them out. They were blowing them out at first, and then Tom Brady and the Patriots came back, but then they held serve at the end. That's what you need to be like, bro. If you can get your stuff done in December, then you have a great chance. So I'm actually happy that we have a harder schedule because I'm tired of having a lot of front runner teams. Like the Texans are notorious for having teams where if you go back in 2016, 2015, like we have teams that just crumbled in December. And when they crumble, if you face easy teams and then you go into the playoffs and they face a hard team, they punch you in your mouth and then it's all the game over, right? But if you facing hard teams and you're going through the grind and you're going through the ringer and you're coming out, then it proves to me that you actually like you're for real, right? So this is the season. We have all the talent. I don't want to play around and you have a good record to start off and then you fall off at the end and then you lose in the first round. Like, I'm tired of the same script, right? I want to see some success. I want to see the team actually move forward and show that they're a real team. Like they really can make an AFC championship. We've never made it to the AFC championship before. So this is the year to do it. The talent's there. And we'll see how that goes. But that's our schedule. I'm gonna go 11-6. Best case scenario, 13-4. Realistic, 11-6, 12-5. Let's say 11-6 seems the most realistic with the schedule. Worst case scenario, without any injuries involved, is probably 8-9. Let's say 9-8. I think that's the worst case scenario without any major injuries happening to the team. So that's the Texans schedule, and we'll probably go, when we do a live stream with all the boys. We'll look at their teams, we'll see what their record's going to be, compare that way. But last thing I wanted to do is, when it comes to the pantheon of quarterbacks, I'm going to share my screen. We're going to do a tournament style. It's called Ooh Fufu. You've heard of it, you've seen it before, 1,000%. And I'm curious. I'm going to replace screen share. Let me see here. I want to play this game right here. So in this game, Sweet 16, this is a pool of, I guess, yeah, we'll see who is the best quarterback. Obviously, Mahomes should win, but I'm curious just who they pit against each other. And I might do another one, actually. I might do 2 of these. But we'll do the NFL quarterbacks one, and we'll see who is the best quarterbacks in the association. So they started off really bad for they started off really bad. It's a good thing they ain't put Stroud like this. They put Stroud like that, now I might eliminate Mahomes, and that's just for straight bias. Jordan Love beat Patrick Mahomes though, and Jordan Love had a hell of a great rookie season, and not his true rookie season, but his first year playing. Everybody's like, dang, the Packers always getting the good quarterbacks. Obviously, yeah, they killed him immediately though. They put that man against some doom. Oh, we got one right here though. We got one. I know. Look, and I know there's no Cowboy fan sitting in my chat. I know there's no Cowboy fan watching this stream right now. And that's fine, right? If there was, I'd love for them to see this. I know there's no Cowboy fan sitting in my stream right now, but if there is a Cowboy fan, you raise your hand. Matthew Stafford versus Dak Prescott, who is the better quarterback? Now, Dak Prescott has no plot. Matthew Stafford got plot. He won a Super Bowl, right? Dak Prescott has no plot at all. He's a talented. He's a good player. Like I'm not gonna crap on Dak Prescott. He's a good player, but I like Matthew Stafford and his ability, the way he throws the ball, the sidearm. I mean, he had a stacked team that helped him win. I don't know if Dak gets a stacked team like that. Does he win a Super Bowl with that same Rams team? He may win one, but Matthew had to be clutch. Like there was game. He played Tampa Bay. He had to be clutch in that game because the Tom Brady effect came in and he was coming back. So he had to, finish. And he threw the Cooper Cup and things got lit. And then in the in the Super Bowl, he got a game winning drive. You can say it's Cooper Cup, but Dak, I am sorry. And for the Dallas people, I'm not as sorry because y'all are toxic. But I'm going to pick Matthew Stafford to advance. Joe Burrow versus Justin. This is good. They got good ones. I don't know if they put CJ on this, but they got some heat. This is some heat. Yeah, it's Joe Burrow. Justin Herbert, this is in New England. This is the bag. Unfortunately, I know what game this is, and that's not good for them because this was a 6-0 game. So that doesn't help. That doesn't help Justin Herbert's case at all. It's clearly Joe Burrow. Kirk Cousins versus Brock Purdy. That's a good one too because that's a really good one actually. Kirk Cousins is, I don't know. That's actually good because Brock Purdy, he's shown a lot his first 2 years. He's the best 7th round late pick. Like Mr. Irrelevant. I don't think there's any Mr. Irrelevant that's done more than Brock Purdy, especially at the quarterback position. Like he's outstanding. I think that draft class wasn't even good. I think if that's the 2022 draft class, that's actually one of the worst ones ever. That's actually a really bad one. And he played well. He's playing well. And Kirk Cousins, I mean, he's 4th round pick. That 2012 class is dope. Man, I'm picking Brock, man. I'm bringing Brock Purdy. I'll pick Brock Purdy. Lamar versus Russell Wilson. Yeah, they cooked Russell Wilson. Maybe in a past life, Russell Wilson. What's up, my man? Hey, how you doing? Thank you for joining. Thank you for coming in. Hey, everyone, thank you for coming in. Make sure if you're on here, make sure to like the stream, man. Make sure to like the stream. Definitely helps. So welcome coming in. Right now, I'm just doing like a, ooh, foo ranking tournament of who's the best quarterback. I'm curious. Hopefully, I put CJ Stroud in this. We have, I think, 3 more. So hopefully, you pick Kirk. Yeah, well, I picked Brock because Kirk. I don't know, man. The playoff Kirk, bro, it's. He said Russell Wilson. That's hilarious. Playoff Kirk it's rough. Playoff Kirk is a rough person, man. Now Russell Wilson got super. Like I said, if this was in the past. If this was Seahawks Russell Wilson, then you might have had like you might have had a really really good point. But Lamar Jackson just coming off an MVP. It's just had to do it. This is a good one because this one is really like they putting these people. They might not put Stroud for the simple fact that they putting people on like the same tier. The only people they didn't do that was Love and Mahomes. But obviously Mahomes win. Yeah, Bronco fan. I don't know. I think you don't like Russell Wilson because Russell Wilson kind of messed up the Broncos there. I'll tell you this though. There is a guy on our podcast. You should subscribe to the channel because there is a guy on our podcast who's also a Bronco fan. Big time Broncos fan. His name is Jared. And we have a podcast, and in that podcast, we have him on. And when he's on there, we talk about the Broncos, talk about Sean Payton. So all my knowledge from the Broncos comes from him. So if you want to see, like, we have a Broncos guy for you. So if you want to subscribe to the channel and the football season pop off, you'll be able to have a guy you can resonate with because, hey, Jared, he loves him some Broncos, bro. Jared Goff versus Tua is tough because they're both they're not mid, but they're the same tier of just like game manager-esque. Jared Goff went to the NFC Championship, though he did well this postseason. Tua fell off at the end there, and then, I might pick Jared Goff. Tua is very accurate, but I don't know. I think Jared Goff. I'll take Jared Goff. His postseason, he did well. He choked. He did choke in that NFC Championship game, but we'll pick Jared Goff. I think that's a good answer. I'll live with that one. Oh, they put the battle of trash. I'm not calling them trash. They're NFL players. Tommy DeVito versus Sam Howell. I'm gonna pick Tommy DeVito because I think Sam Howell better, but obviously Sam Howell not gonna make it far, and Tommy DeVito not gonna make it far. So it's just like who I think is like cooler. And I think he had an agent who was Italian, and he had we will pick him. He had all of Italy on his side. Josh Allen versus Jalen Hurts. So they ain't got my man CJ on here. It makes me so sad. Josh Allen wins. Jalen Hurts. If you said maybe last year, and if Jalen Hurts won MVP in 2023, when he definitely had a shot to, then maybe could have picked Jalen Hurts. But nah, we picking Josh Allen, bro. Josh Allen ain't clutch. Well, he kind of clutch. Is he all right? And they making that fast. Josh Allen over Brock Purdy every day. This is a good one. This one was ones, man, where like there's an answer, obviously, but I mean, Lamar Jackson is almost like Peyton Manning-esque. Cowboys gonna miss the playoffs. And we hope so. We definitely hope so, man. We definitely hope so. It's not. I be hating on them, bro. I be hating. Bills will miss it too. I think they will. I do. I really think they will. I think they'll take a step back. Now I'm asking you, if they miss the playoffs, you think for those two teams, if they miss the playoffs, you think they should fire their head coach? You think Mike McCarthy and Sean McDermott, you think they'd be fired? Because I know we had to talk about that last year. If the Bills didn't make the playoffs last year, that they should fire or get rid of Sean McDermott. And I was like, that's too much of a quick jump. You should kind of wait on that. If they miss it this year, what do you think? You tell me what you think. Lamar Jackson's Peyton Manning-esque with this though. Yeah, he is. He won a lot in the regular season and lose in the postseason. He Peyton Manning-esque. And Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady-esque. So you know who better there. Texans are stacked, man. Yeah, I was just doing just looking at interviews and looking at the team and just seeing like our whole team looks so good. Hey, thank you for subscribing, man. Thank you for subscribing. Make sure to like the stream as well. Make sure, because when you like the stream gets pushed to more people, and then we can have more fun conversations, especially in the chat. So yeah, we're stacked. I just did I looked at our schedule hard as hell. But I think we'll win 11 or 12 games, best case scenario 13. At the end of that schedule at the end, like December, it's gonna be rough, but we got it though. I think we got the team for it. Jared Goff gonna beat the brakes off Tommy DeVito. And is this one hard? Yeah, this one. I mean, Matthew Stafford did beat Joe Burrow, but Joe Burrow is. He said, "I'm torn. You're torn on Aaron Rodgers." They kept the stadium, so that's not unrealistic because they need to change that stadium. I had a whole freaking I had a whole rant on just like the whole Texan team going down because of the stadium. So they need to change that stadium ASAP. Patrick Mahomes clears Jared Goff. Like what we, saying Joe Burrow versus Josh Allen. Now this is the one. This is the one. Joe Mixon. Hey, Joe Mixon without who's the Bengals running back? Mixon's the key. He is the key late in the season. I need Mixon to lock in late in the season. I do need Joe Mixon to be that guy because the thing I love about the team that's been built around CJ is the fact that, and I might do one more of these just to see one with CJ because come on, CJ Stroud needs to be in this. But CJ, like Joe Mixon is in a very good running back. I need like the whole team with all these hard, CJ Stroud may have a bad game. And if he has a bad game, I don't want people killing. I don't want just to lose every time CJ has a bad game. I want the defense or the running game or the receivers or someone to carry him. So, just having that team built like that can help. CJ better than any. I'm asking CJ Stroud. You think he better than any of these two players? Give him one more year. If he gets one more year looking like he did, he gets better. Then maybe. I pick Joe Burrow. Josh Allen is, like I said, top 5 greatest running quarterback in my mind of all time. I like Joe Burrow's calm demeanor. Josh Allen, when the game's on the line, I can feel the panic. And maybe he's not panicking, but I can feel like the tension more. But when Joe Burrow, if I'm down 3 or 4 and I have Joe Burrow with the ball, yeah, I take Joe Burrow, man. I take Joe Burrow. And then it's the final. This is the one it should always be, man. Who's the best? And if Joe Burrow is good enough as a quarterback that if the Chiefs offered you Patrick Mahomes, you'd say, I'm chilling. I'm cool, honestly. So that's how good he is. But obviously, he's not better than Patrick Mahomes. That's the thing. Patrick Mahomes always he on pace to be maybe the greatest to ever play. He's on pace for that. So let me do this. I like how you naming our players, man. Nico Collins, and then you got Schultz and Tank Dell and Diggs. How can you stop? Yeah, and then Joe Mixon up there. And honestly, hey, one thing I know you don't know that the Texans, we have a couple more players. We have, Robert Woods, even though he's not elite, Robert Woods is still a good player. Like he can do something for you, you know what I'm saying? So, and then you have guy we drafted out of Ohio State, Cade Stover, he's pretty good. And then we have Brevin Jordan, he had a 75-yard touchdown in the postseason game. So we definitely have some pretty good looks. So, honestly, is the defense that I'm curious on. I think we have enough talent on the defensive side of the ball to make some moves to like really be a top 10 defense. I think the goals for the Texans is if they're top 10 defense, top 5 offense, and CJ Stroud. I just did this, quarterback ranking list, the tier list, and I didn't see him on there. They didn't put him on there for some strange reason. They put Tommy DeVito, but even though they didn't put him on there, if CJ Stroud can elevate to be like officially top 5, like officially over Herbert, officially, probably behind Mahomes, Burrow, Jackson, and Allen. And then if we could put Stroud at 5, if he's at that point, then I think the Texans have a really good shot. This is the best chance. These next 2 years, and yes, fourth receiver Robert Woods is special. Like that's a very good. That's a guy who could be a third receiver. And then you have two. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So we got some 2 good bookends. So these next 2 years. No, you're good, man. Keep texting, bro. Do your thing, bro. I love to see it, bro. I love to see the engagement. I'm very thankful you're doing that. But these 2 years, this is the 2 years. This is our windows wide open to win. The Texans, the window's now. I can tell when the window closed. When Deshaun Watson and when we lost to the Chiefs, and the way we lost to the Chiefs, we blew a 24-0 lead. I knew that window was closed. I knew we were never going to win the Super Bowl with that team, and it was completely right. So this team, CJ Stroud just has a different feel to him that it makes it feel like this guy can take us there. Like Deshaun Watson, difference between his rookie season and CJ, Deshaun was on pace to break the NFL record for touchdowns by a rookie, eclipse it. But it just felt kind of fluky. But CJ, the way he plays, the anticipation, the accuracy, just he looked like a veteran out there. So I am very excited to see his elevation. We played we play y'all in the Hall of Fame game, and we play y'all week 2, and I'm gonna be streaming that because that's gonna be fun to watch. I'm definitely and your team looks good, man. Hey, shout out to Lovie Smith. It's the best thing that's ever happened to both of us is that game against the Colts, because you got Caleb Williams, who I think should be really dope, especially with the talent he has on the team. I think you guys have a bright future, man. I think the NFC North has a really good shot of being, Caleb Williams versus Jordan Love seemed like a good rivalry. And that's the first time the Bears have ever had like a quarterback period, like a really good quarterback prospect, especially a guy who they say is a can't miss. So, you got this. But yeah, that's the one thing I love about CJ, man, is that calmness. And I'm hoping that he just keeps coming, keep moving on, and I hope the Texans do great things next year. So you guys losing to the Texans. Hey, I did that too, man. I got y'all losing, but honestly, that could be a big surprise. You never know. Like that could be a big surprise, man. But hey, for everyone who came on here, thank you guys for coming on. The first like couple minutes or even 20, 30 seconds, I lost. I was muted, so that's hilarious. But if you're watching now, make sure to like the stream. Very important to like this stream. May stream tomorrow. We'll look and see if the Texans have any interesting news coming in, and if not, I'll probably look and see if there's any other content to put on here. But yeah, just want to get on this streaming grind with you guys. Anyone come on here, definitely. I don't know his measurements. If you talking about his measurements for his hand size or his shoe size, I have no clue his measurements. I may look it up for you. If I stream tomorrow and you come in tomorrow, I'll look them up for you. But hey, thank you, Lennon, for coming out here, man. Definitely very much appreciated. And thank you, appreciate for subscribing to the channel. We'll keep growing this channel, get this channel up there. But hey, for more content like this, make sure to like this stream. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. More Texan content on the way. Texan first game, Landon, we playing Chicago Bears Hall of Fame game. So come on for that. We're going to be live streaming that. We watch the game live, and we're going to be doing that. And hey, last but not least, Seattle, I think that team could make the postseason. A lot of people have been telling me good things about Seattle, so I think they can make the postseason. But hey, I'm going to catch y'all guys on the next stream, and I'm out of here. Shout out to Lennon coming on here.